how these clusters made from those demographics. I mean, so there's different factors, right? You need there's definitely some way you either just you choose one attribute to make those clusters, or you just like combine different factors to group as a clusters.
Like it's just
So
like
what approach you leverage?
it's like
those
so
clusters?
there was a file that basically described the type of person they were, right?
Uh-huh.
So based on that file, if they were similar, like okay, like if all the single fathers would be batched together, like just what type of person were they?
So you just like group like a family size.
Like no, like it's just like a like okay, so they would take all the single fathers and group them in one group. They would take all the single mothers, group them in one group. They would take all the married women and put them in another group. Put all the married men and put them in another group. Put all the married parents like that. That's how like.
So this is only considered one type of factor to make the cluster, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm talking about what other factors like household income or the number of vehicles, and this is just like one factor you consider demographics. But since like if you see a survey, there's a lot of like attributes. I want to see which attributes make the higher like impact of these driving activities.
Oh.
So basically, like for the group, one, so basically, okay, there will be, I would say it's like probably just like regular families, right? They may have like more than 2 entries of the activity. It's the home and office, and home and office. But for the regular families, they may have home, office, and restaurant, and the grocery store, and other type of the other space, other place.
So you want me to analyze? So what like factors?
No, I only give you one example of these clusters, but seems like the way. I mean, this is good. I think this is a good start point.
Okay.
No, for sure. But it seems like regarding the cluster model, this is very. I think this is a good challenge for you to build that approach, make those clusters.
Okay. And
So regarding the pipeline, everything is good. But since this, the last time, just give you an example. Okay, just like based on the families, the size of families, or the type of families, that either single father, single mom, or either like a couple no kids, or either couple with kids, right? This is just one attribute that determines those different clusters. But it seems like but seems like, what if we include other attributes?
And like what specific question are we trying to answer with that though? Like what are we trying to answer?
So think about this like what the cluster is basically like they have the unique feature that make those clusters, right?
Yeah.
Now you only consider one feature to make the cluster.
Yeah.
Right? So right now you have like 250 clusters.
Yeah.
And if I add another feature on top of it, there could be maybe expand the cluster size, to maybe 2,000.
Like is another example of a feature like the pay?
I mean, this is what I asked you, to explore the data set.
Okay.
Now,
Like,
right now you only explore one angle of that data set, right?
Yeah.
So, which is, I think, which is good, but it seems like.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like just to try different features. But my question is like ultimately like what are we trying to like answer? Like what
We can construct this driver profiles at database.
Yeah.
That map into different different type of employees or different type of drivers as a pool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So and then at the end, just from dashboard, okay, give me a site, and just tell me the number of employees or either number of we have the number of parking spots, which is number of vehicles.
Yeah.
Right. So I can sample all these employees from this pool of driver behaviors, driver profiles.
So you want Isabella's pipeline to take from the pipeline that she's
That's right.
using?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, how are you going to use this driver profiles?
Yeah. Okay. So just around how many different type of features do you think it should have around just an estimate?
So that's why just asking that you to explore all these how the data set looks like. Now you haven't had the full picture of the data set.
Okay. Then okay. 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 I'll look over.
Otherwise, otherwise you just spend a week just okay, this is the driver profiles by the one feature of the clusters, right?
Yeah.
So I want to first thing, which is this is data set.
Yeah.
You have over hundreds attributes. That's I share with you that cookbook.
Yeah.
Right. And so regard in particular for the driver activities, what attribute or either what feature that have the most influence of these driver activities.
Okay.
So you need to get on the full picture of this data set first, and then to explore, to try, and just to conduct all type of correlation analysis, and this I think that's basic for the clusters.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I will find some reference about how to make those clusters driver profiles clusters based on the survey data.
Okay.
But you can also do some literature review of relevant studies to see if there are any existing methods to generate driver profiles. But since in the previous study, I think this is that too we simple. It's just one California just give you one set of driver profiles and then do the simulations. I think that's way too simple. But since right now we have data here, it's just a matter of how to generate, as Bella says, the synthetic driver profiles need to build upon a solid, this pool of driver behaviors that associate each type of driver being surveyed. I think that's the big problem. Need to be solved. Let's see. Let me still share. Let me see. Yes. A second, let me see. So if the data set if the data set too large, let's just focus on the geographic region in California to see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
Let's see. I will find some like papers and just see if any other relevant, cluster or either, drive activities profiles are forwarded to you. All right.
Okay. Like, just there are papers that worked on driver activity profiles like this though, just to make sure. Like.
Well, that's what we're looking for.
That's right. I mean, this is what I'm
you want to look at.
Now I hand over everything, right?
Oh, okay. I just know.
Okay, cool. And let's see. What do you plan for the next meeting? To update.
I'm probably just gonna work on finding more features and just adding to that large data set.
So actually, first thing, to get a full picture of the data set.
Mm-hmm.
Now just like tell you one direction, one angle. Okay, you just go for it. First thing is just get a full picture of data set, and check the attributes or either features of the C survey. There's like over 100 survey attributes, right?
Yeah.
And so there would be some like, it's not a really big data analysis, but it's kind of relevant because for each data set, it has so many attributes that impact all these driver activities. And then to see, it's kind of like combination of like data science, the work, along with like behavior study, as well as programming to generate all these profiles.
Yeah.
Okay. And since today is 10th, we barely have 2 weeks. Let's say either Monday afternoon or either Tuesday morning.
I think Monday afternoon would be good.
Okay, Monday afternoon. Let's shoot out Monday afternoon. To see how the driver behaviors activities, and then next week. Once you have that driver profiles, we can start with that end simulations. After that, which is the week of 20. That's barely that will be a week. Like from Wednesday, let's start with the end-to-end integrations.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, like this coming Wednesday,
Yes.
Yes.
July 15th. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I can jump over for another meeting, and just feel free to type in any questions in the chat. All right.
Will do.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.